this far because I know He has taken care of you, and He has actually taken care of me, and that is why I'm seated here to bring to you the contents. Thank you so much for offering us and helping us to spread positivity and love. You who have subscribed to our channel, the returning subscribers, the new subscribers, we appreciate you. We pray for you that may the Lord bless you, may the Lord enlarge you, may the Lord protect you, may the Lord shield you together with your family. Guys, we don't take it for granted, and we really appreciate that you are watching our channel. Today, I want to talk about several things. I want to talk about our Empress Dee Mwango, and I'm also going to talk about Coco girl. I'm also going to talk about Kino. I'm also going to talk about African tigress. So those are the people that are going to feature in my video today. And we're going to start with the girl we all love. Jamaicans in the house. All of us thought that Dee Mwango was coming out of Jamaica, and our hearts were down. I was reading the comment section and I could see people were feeling sad, almost crying, because of this woman we all love, we all adore, we all appreciate. But fortunately, Dee Mwango was not coming out of Jamaica. She was actually going to another parish. She was going to St. Mary and Portland. She was going to St. Mary Parish, and we're going to see a lot of countryside in Jamaica. Hi! Jamaicans in the house, we have been seeing. Actually, Jamaicans already know. So the viewers like me who are in Africa and who are in the other areas, we have been seeing a lot of Trenchtown and Kingston. Now we are going to the countryside, and we see how are the Jamaicans in the countryside. What do they cultivate? What is their activity, their daily activity every day? So we are going to watch that, and we really appreciate Dee Mwango for moving loud Jamaica, showing us the different parishes in Jamaica. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, African Empress, and now you are Jamaican Empress. We appreciate so much. So Dee Mwango, before she took her luggage, her suitcase, her belongings, and headed to St. Mary, there is something that she did, and all of us were filled with gratitude. All of us saw another side of Dee Mwango, not actually seeing the other side because she has actually been doing it. She taught us something else, to touch a soul, to return back. When we are blessed, we should give back to the society so that God continues to bless us. And we saw Dee Mwango actually, first of all, moving in the streets of Trenchtown with Gary. And I was wondering, people say that Trenchtown is a very dangerous area, but I could see she was actually moving in the what? In the deep parts of Trenchtown with Gary. And she kept on saying hi, she kept on greeting people, she kept on being appreciated along the way, and they arrived, I can't remember what town it was, so they arrived there, they took a matatu, and they traveled all the way to the place they went. And what shocked all of us, Dee Mwango, as the Empress she is, she's full of surprises, she's very humble, she's very generous, she's very kind, she's very merciful, and there is this address. So she went, and actually first of all she bought food for both of them, Gary and her, to eat. And actually there is a lady who appeared, I don't know the name of the lady, and she actually bought for her food, and they sat down and ate the food, and Gary enjoyed the chicken, I think chicken and rice. And we could see the happiness in Gary. Do you know, in this life, it doesn't matter how many buildings you own, how many vehicles you own, how many estates you own, but it matters how many souls do you touch along your way, along your life, actually in your life. How many souls have you touched? What will you be remembered for? And we could see clearly how happy Gary was. And then to put it to climax, they entered the supermarket. And Gary was told to select whatever he wanted, to do shopping of whatever he wanted. And Gary said, on the side of the fire, no, 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 sir. And he chose to select snacks and drinks. And I was surprised. Dee Mwango did not tell Gary to stop. Actually, Gary did a lot of snacks, a lot of juices, a lot of milk, and Dee Mwango paid for it. A very generous person, a very down-to-earth person. Do you know, guys, and I want you to comment there in the comment section, how many people in the level of Dee Mwango, especially here in our country, people who have very many subscribers, people who have big channels, not even channels, let us not even talk about YouTube, people who are rich and they cannot afford to sit down on the same table with a person like Gary. So Dee Mwango did shopping for Gary, whatever he wanted to take. And I was saying, this is the reason why God blesses people. I shot a video the other day and I talked about why God opens doors for people. Guys, do you usually see wherever Dee Mwango goes, there is someone to host her, there is someone to take her out, because when you do good, the goodness follows you. So it was so marvelous, it was so wonderful to see this woman touching the heart of Gary. Dee Mwango has already told us that Gary is sick and he's under medication. How many people, even here in our country, people who are rich, people who have a lot of money, people who are big YouTubers and big social media, have big social media platforms, and yet they cannot get time to sit with somebody like Gary, to have a meal with him, to go and do shopping for him. I really appreciated what Dee Mwango did. Because when God sees the humbleness of your heart, when God sees that you can even dine with those people that are considered not so important in the society, that is what God looks upon, so that he can enlarge you, so that he can bless you. And I really appreciated this woman. I really put her in another level that actually I had not even put her. A level whereby so many, very few people, let me talk about very few people can do that. And I appreciated that. I was so touched by that action of Dee Mwango. Dee Mwango never ceases to amaze us. She never ceases to surprise us. She never ceases to show us how humble she can go. Remember the other day she was actually cutting the hair of the, not cutting, washing the hair of the Rastaman she found. And the Rastaman was so happy. He was so joyful. The other day he was actually hugging a man in Trenchtown. Do you know that hug means a lot to that man? Means a lot to that person who is down by the problems they are facing. And when you hug them, you show them love. And that is what God has commanded us to do, to show love. So that was so epic, guys. I was so happy. Now, let us go to the question we are all asking in the comment section. Where is Kino? All of us are asking, where is Kino? And by the way, guys, I appreciate the way you are concerned, because we love these two people. We love Dee Mwango, we love Kino, we love Esther, we love Shonarwa, we love all the people you have seen in Jamaica. And therefore, to miss Kino in the picture, or rather to miss Kino accompanying Dee Mwango, all of us, we feel sad. We feel there is something missing. But let me tell you guys, it is very important to understand people and the role they are playing and the activities they have and their daily chores every day. Look at Kino. Kino, for the last few days from the time they took Dee Mwango from the airport, actually it is Esther who took Dee Mwango from the airport, and from the time Dee Mwango came from Cayman Island, we have not seen much of Kino, but when you go to his channel, you can see he's very busy welcoming visitors. There were visitors from US. They were the sister to the mother. And the other day we saw him actually interacting with people in Trench Town. He was having a night out with a man in Trench Town. So Kino during the day is very, very busy. Remember, Kino is actually, I think, the CEO of the Dream Team. He has a lot of activities he's doing. He has a lot of people he's visiting. He has a lot of activities, actually project he's doing on behalf of the Dream Team. And therefore, it is very important when we don't see them together, we appreciate the fact that Kino has his life and Dee Mwango has his life. Dee Mwango is actually uplifting her channel, while Kino has the Dream Team and the project he's doing and also his channel. So he has a lot on his plate. And therefore, we should have an understanding and know that within a short time, we are going to see them together. Because everyone has to keep on moving in life, has to do what he does in his daily life. And Dee Mwango also has to do what she does in her daily life. And by the way, guys, though I know you are not the ones who do that, but the haters complain when they see Dee Mwango and Kino. And they start gossiping and talking a lot of nonsense when they see Dee Mwango and Kino. When they miss Kino in the company of Dee Mwango, they also start talking. So you wonder, what do they want? They don't want to see Kino and Dee Mwango. They don't want to see them separate. And I don't understand what they want. Because I saw someone saying that Dee Mwango found Kino, Kino cheated on Dee Mwango. And I wondered, when did Dee Mwango and Kino became a couple? Because they clearly told us they have nothing in terms of a relationship. And we are supposed to respect that until they decide either to tell us anything else. We have to go by what they have said. And therefore, please guys, give these people time and they are going to come to us and they are going to come back again and shoot videos together and we are going to enjoy their videos. Now, the next question is, why is Dee Mwango avoiding Coco Girl? We have seen a lot with this Coco Girl. And you know, sometimes, not everybody is a drama queen. Coco Girl is a drama queen. Everywhere she's going, you are finding drama. The other day, she went to, I don't remember whether it was in Trench Town, but I think it was in Trench Town. And they were on an enjoyment spree. And they went to an ocean and they were having fun. They were riding boat, they were enjoying themselves. And then they went back to the hotel, they were eating. And then all of a sudden, there was a quarrel between Coco Girl and this lady who was in that, nearer to that hotel. And the argument escalated about the electric wire. And I talked about it in the other video. And Coco Girl, instead of letting the Jamaicans deal with their own problems and sort out their problems and talk so that they can come up with a solution, she went ahead and called the police, which ended up being messy because people who are innocent were harassed by the police. And therefore, it does not go well. And therefore, the reason why I think Dee Mwango has not communicated with Coco Girl. Remember one time Dee Mwango actually told us that Coco Girl is her friend and she cannot leave her. People were actually suggesting that you should be careful of Coco Girl, you should depart away from her, you should avoid her, but Dee Mwango clearly said, I cannot avoid Coco Girl because I know her and she's my friend. Now, Dee Mwango, for some time, from the time she came from Cayman Island, we have not seen her with Coco Girl. Because sometimes you are supposed to be clever, even as you become friend with someone, you are supposed to handle your friendship with a gap to see how far you can go. Because this woman is creating problem wherever she goes. And Dee Mwango is not a problem creator. Actually, she really avoids a lot of argument, a lot of harassment, and therefore, she cannot go to where this woman is, because this woman, wherever she's going, she's quarreling with the people. And therefore, that is why I think one reason why Dee Mwango has not talked to Coco girl, to avoid these quarrels, to avoid with these arguments with the local people. Because it is very, very important to understand people, to understand their way of life, to understand everything about the people you go to visit. As a traveler, I think it's very, very important to understand the people you find and their culture and their way of life and the way they live. Because when you go and start doing what maybe you do in your country, and it is not done in that particular country, you're going to be in problems with the local people. Like maybe in Jamaica, people don't call the police at such a thing. But in Israel, where Coco girl comes from, they call the police wherever there is a problem. And therefore, it is good to understand the people, to interact with them, and understand them so that you can be able to fit in that particular society. And that is why Dee Mwango has so much fitted in with the people in Jamaica. She can interact with anyone. She can love anyone. She can socialize with anyone. She can do everything without fearing, because she has known the styles and the people of Jamaica. What do they want? How do they do their things? How do they live? What do they want and what do they hate? Very, very important. And therefore, I think Dee Mwango is avoiding Coco girl because she's seeing this Zaredi who can create problems for her and me. The other thing that I think Dee Mwango is avoiding Coco girl, I think Coco girl is a what can I call her? A party person. And she loves drinking. She loves clubs and all that stuff. But Dee Mwango, you remember clearly she told us she does not drink. And she comes from this family where the mom is a staunch SDA. And therefore, she wouldn't want to go with someone who is always partying, who is always in the clubs. Because when you walk with a friend who is actually doing some things, you are also going to be forced to do those things, or you separate. And I think Dee Mwango has chosen to separate herself from Coco girl so that she does not enter into temptation of drinking. The other thing that I find quite strange with Coco girl, she has gone to live with this man. I can't remember the name of the guy in his house. It is very, I don't know whether they know each other. I don't want to judge. But I think when you go to somewhere, you take time to know people. You take time to understand people. You don't rush to things. But we have seen Coco girl staying with this guy. And Coco girl is living at this home, going and having the party life, and comes at night and actually says, I think so and so has cooked for me. I didn't see that as a good gesture, especially when you are a woman. Maybe in Israel, that is what they do. And that is why I've said you have to master the art of people, the culture of people, the way of life of people, and you live like the Romans. Because we are told when you go to Rome, do as the Romans do. Do not deviate from their way of life, because you are very far away from your home. These are people who have actually accommodated you, who has actually volunteered to be with you, who has actually chosen to show you around their town. And therefore, when you start calling police on their behalf, it does not augur well. And therefore, I think that is why Dee Mwango is actually avoiding Coco girl, so that she does not fall into problems, or rather, she is not taken to a place she is not fit, she does not like. That is why maybe Dee Mwango is avoiding Coco girl. Guys, now we move. Today I told you I'm going to give you bit by bit. We moved and go all the way to Haiti. Do you know, guys, I thought Haiti is a country whereby there is war all over. From one village to the other, from one town to the other, from one road to the other. I was shocked, guys. Because, by the way, our Kenyan police were supposed to go and assist in Haiti. And all of us were like, we don't want them to go there because of the stories we have heard about Haiti. That people are getting killed, no one enters Haiti and comes back alive. Actually, that has been spread all over Kenya. That you cannot enter Haiti and come back alive. And therefore, everybody thinks that Haiti is full of war. But thanks to our African empress, African tigress, she went to Haiti and taught us a lot of things about Haiti. Haitians are very happy people. Haitians are very hardworking people. Haitians are peace-loving people. Haiti is a great country. By the way, I was surprised to see the beauty, the green trees, the mountains, the seas in Haiti. The students dancing. Imagine these guys are great. The Haitians. Even in the midst of all the problems they have, of all the violence that is taking place in their country, they are very happy people. They keep on smiling. They are marvelous. Hey, I was shocked, guys. I thought you cannot see any Haitian on the streets. You will just see gunshots. Yeah, that is what we have been made to believe. Now we see African tigress going with, I think it was Haitian army, and she picked an avocado tree. And I want to say thank you to the host. I can't remember his name, but I watched his channel. I can't remember what his channel was. I will tell you next time. So this guy took African tigress and they went to a place where the army was along the road. They took the trees and they marched along the streets and they were happy, they were merry, they were singing. Guys, do you know sometimes you can get the wrong information and you think that the country is burning, people are dying, people are being dropped on the streets, there are dead bodies all over. It was a shock to me to see Haitian people going along the streets, dancing, singing, going to plant trees. And the green, what is it called? Nature of Haiti. The mountains, the beautiful country of Haiti. And at one time, African tigress was tasting Haitian food. And she was saying it is so hot. I think they put a lot of pepper, just like Jamaican. The Caribbean countries, I think they have similar kind of food. You can comment in the comment section below. So I found it so wonderful for a courageous, beautiful African woman to go to Haiti and show us the reality on the ground. We salute you, African tigress. May the Lord protect you. May you be safe until you come back to Kenya. We are really proud of you. You have shown us the beautiful side of Haiti, the peaceful side of Haiti, the great land of Haiti. We don't take it for granted. So may the Lord protect you until you come back home. Guys, I will stop at that. See you during the next video, and I really appreciate you. Continue supporting us, and may the Lord bless you.